Is here, Brad. Man, what a quiet night, 75
Yeah.
degrees. It's nice.
Feels great out there. You can actually feel a little bit drier air. It's going to even get better as we go into next week as we get another cold front. We're getting towards the end of August, which is typically when we start to see some of the first cold fronts of the autumn season moving down. So we're going to see these cooler temperatures look like sticking around into Labor Day weekend. Beautiful view tonight. We got some of those low clouds in uptown. The weekend mostly dry, but there's going to be quite a bit of clouds around. We'll be generally in the low to mid 80s. Back to school for Monday, looking a little warmer, mid to upper 80s, but a dry heat. Next week, it gets really cool. Some of the morning lows could actually dip down into the 50s. Tonight, not bad, comfortable. When you wake up on your Saturday morning, grabbing that cup of coffee, you see temperatures in the mid to upper 60s, close to 70. Tomorrow, Clear the Shelters Day. That's our dog Drum, a rescue dog as well. You got to get out there and take a look at some of these shelters. Got several of them listed on our website, WCNC.com. We'd love to get all those dogs adopted, or a cat, or any other animal that might be at the shelter. But love to get some of these rescue dogs out of the shelters. And you can even volunteer or do a foster or do a staycation or a day trip with some of these dogs as well. That helps out as well. Temperatures in the low 80s tomorrow. If we see some sunshine, could be a little warmer, but I think most areas will end up in the low 80s. This was the last advisory on Aaron at 5 o'clock. It's post-tropical, so we won't see any more advisories on it. It's long gone, and we'll start watching for other developments out there. The rip current's still a little bit of an issue this weekend, but they are trending towards better. So if you're going to the beach this weekend, we should see better conditions. 2 tropical waves are watching. This one will likely become a system that gets a name over the weekend. Gabrielle or Fernand would be one of the next storms that we're going to see on the list, but looks like just one of them will get a name. This one's actually starting to go down in intensity and may not develop at all. Neither of those would impact the United States. Now, we've got that stalled front over us to the south. Next front arrives late this weekend. This front pushes through, dries us out pretty quickly for Sunday into Monday, and brings in much more comfortable air. In fact, we push all the tropical moisture out here. So these fronts, even if we did get something to develop again in the Atlantic, the way the systems are setting up and the trough developing over the East Coast, that would steer everything away. That's why we're not worried about anything, at least in the next 7 to 10 days. We'll get to enjoy a little treat in here and like a preview of autumn. We're going to see that northwest wind probably late Sunday. You'll see the cold front arriving right there into Monday morning. Monday's still warm, but it'll be a dry heat as the dew points begin to tumble. But as we go later in the week, the dew points will be in the 50s, maybe even the 40s. Some of the mornings are really where you notice this. And if you get in the shade, it's very, very comfortable with that dry air in place. And not a lot of rain either. We're going to see dry conditions and cool conditions sticking around into Labor Day weekend. So get used to some of these cooler temperatures. This weekend, though, the clouds, the only bad part about Saturday, a little bit more sunshine for Sunday with those high temperatures in the mid to upper 80s. Here's a look at your 7-day forecast. Notice those morning lows, especially Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. That is going to feel great for the middle and end of next week with highs barely getting in the low 80s. And right now, Labor Day weekend looking like temperatures in the low 80s. By Monday, we should be in the upper 70s, maybe some showers around the Crown 10K on Sunday, looking like perfect conditions.